Hi Capricorn, welcome to your Spiritual Gifts General Reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Capricorn. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who needs to hear this message. So my intentions for this reading, Capricorn, it's something new that I'm trying out. I just want to dive into Spirit's messages for you about your spiritual gifts, what you were born with in this lifetime, what your purpose is in serving those gifts, and just kind of getting deeper into that so you could be more aware of your higher path. And honestly, I'm just going to be open to the channeling of the messages in any way it comes through, and I'm excited to see what happens. So let's get right on into it. First, I'm going to do a mini meditation with you guys to clear, set the energy. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It does help me connect with your energy. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring this symbol 3 times. And during that, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you have about your gifts, what your gifts are, what your purpose is, how to serve those gifts, and we'll just see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say about your gifts, how you're meant to use them, what you're meant to bring in the world, your life path, and anything else you need to know about your soul DNA of what you've been developing over lifetimes or what you're about to come into in this lifetime. So tell me about Capricorn's gift. What is a part of Capricorn's gift, Spirit, that Capricorn needs to be aware of, be confirmed of? Tell me about the spirit of Capricorn, the gift of Capricorn. Okay, we have the butterfly here with rebirth. And it says, you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Whoa, you guys have the gift of transformation, of rebirth, of accepting it, of rolling with it. I mean, you guys know that if there's something happening in your life that can take you through the extremes, a tower moment of sorts, like you will always persevere and open up to a new dimension of yourself and to a new consciousness of yourself. Some of you already like see butterflies all the time. The butterfly means something very deeply to you, especially if a passed down loved one, I'm kind of feeling. And some of you could even have a butterfly tattoo. But you guys, just with every challenge you overcome and you turn out better. Really, it's amazing to see. Tell me more about this energy, this gift that Capricorn has. The messenger with Mercury. Okay, Gemini energy, Virgo energy coming through here. And it says, I bring the light of awareness. Perceptive, progressive, intelligent, adaptable, changeable, psychic, versatile, candid, agile, communicative, insightful, imaginative, curious, and instinctive. Okay, so there's different messages coming through here. Some of you guys are psychically, spiritually gifted, and you are meant to provide the messages from the divine angel spirit universe to those who need to hear it, because only you have this special power of delivery. And it could be even through the messages you provide if you do tarot readings, or even something like, I don't know, just holding conversations that need to be said and had, and providing your unique experience and your unique perspective to what you've been through. Others of you, I kind of feel as if, you know, part of your nature is curiosity. and you're curious to dive deeper into subjects that you want to know more of. You're hungry for knowledge, hungry for experience. You are someone that likes to explore. It isn't fine with just staying the same. You want change to happen, and you are ready to make change happen if need be when you find new information, when you find a different hobby that intrigues your passion and gets you to be inspired. You are a curious mind, Capricorn, and that curiosity is what leads you to powerful experiences. You don't hold yourself back. You are open to learning more. And with that too, I think you are not one that goes with the flow per se, as far as going with the grain, like being inspired by people telling you what to do. You are your own rebel in that case. You have a lot of messages that may look to be controversial or taboo or out there, but really are innovative. And I think you have the power of charisma, definitely. And that people listen to you, people find you charming, people find what you have to say so inspiring that even the messages and the words you say help change others. Meeting you has changed others. So let's get into the tarot to dive deeper into this. Okay, so first we have the Ace of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and then we have healing here. You are a healer. And I feel some of you guys do this in a very tangible way. I do feel as if you guys help others kind of understand their own mechanisms of their body, their symptoms. You listen to your body very strongly, Capricorn. And I think you're very connected to the earth, connected to nature. And I feel with the Ace of Pentacles, you make something happen every time. You have an idea, you plant that idea, you wait for it to grow, and you see it come out of the dirt and said, that's what I made happen. You are someone that will put the effort, the work in. But with healing too, I mean, I feel like some of you guys may have come from a powerful line of shamans, priestesses, healers, that you are just gifted with that natural talent of spiritual transformation, of shamanic healing, of helping people face their kind of inner demons, their inner wounds, and coming out a whole new being. You have that effect on people, Capricorn, very, very strongly. And some of you could work in healing, whether that is a caregiver, whether that's in the hospital, practitioner, or even like a light worker in that sense as well. And you guys are very intuitive, even if you're not like a doctor or practicing one. I feel like you were in a past life, and there are certain things that you listen to with certain symptoms that people bring up, and you know how to fix it, or you know how to cure it very instinctively, or you have like old wives' tales that you've been told that like actually works, and people get really surprised about it. But tell me another gift of Capricorns. The Maiden. Ooh, okay. So with the Maiden here, yeah, the charisma. Some of you guys are just very curious souls, playful souls. And there is a side of you that's serious and gets stuff done, but you also like to stop and smell the flowers. And you guys love to kind of, I would say, show off, but not in a way that's arrogant or cocky, but kind of like to get dressed up, like to put on, the best cologne, the best perfume, and kind of go out there. And you have the gift of seduction. You have the gift of making friends. You have the gift of drawing people's attention, definitely here. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards to get a bit deeper. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles for Capricorn. Okay, so we have body and mind. Whoa. And then we have union. Oh, wow. You guys are the bridge. A lot of you with psychic gifts, with spiritual gifts, you're the bridge between heaven and earth. You guys really do know how to unite the physical and spiritual realms, and by passing those messages to those who need to hear it. And even within yourself, right? Like that connection to your body. When you get those instinctual feelings, those gut feelings, you can sense something way beyond when it happens, or way before when it happens. And I think a lot of people really are shocked by how developed you are. And I think too, with the Ace of Pentacles, you bring out new ways of doing things, or certain steps you take that break out of the mold, that you feel guided to do, that you feel is in alignment with you, and you're not afraid to do it. You're not afraid to stand out. You're not afraid to listen to what your mind and your body and your heart is telling you to pursue. If you feel it's right for you, if you feel in alignment with you, you're going to get it. And I think you also have that gift of calming the mind that maybe some of you guys had to work towards, or even that you really are starting to assess when something is getting carried away in thought, and when to kind of decipher if that's anxiety or if that's my intuition talking to me. But you guys have ideas that are meant to get you rich, that are meant to take you to the next level in success. So don't dismiss your downloads. Don't dismiss the messages that Spirit send you, because they're meant to help transform your life into the highest vibration. Now, others of you with union here, Libra got this card too. So if you're dealing with a Libra, or if you have strong Libra in your chart, I suggest checking out the Libra reading to see if there's messages for you there. But there is someone that you have impacted greatly. And I do feel this is one-sided. I'm usually not like that. I usually leave it open. But Capricorn, I do feel that you showed someone a different way of living, a different way of experiencing, a different way of putting work into making something happen, into making something complete. And this could be a romantic person, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, but they're so grateful for you and the experience that they had with you. It has, you know, if you weren't in their life, they would be in a lower vibration, but the experience that they've had with you and what you've brought them to kind of understand about themselves has completely transformed who they are in the vibration of where they were at before they met you. Tell me more about the healing gifts that Capricorn has. The Father. Okay, the Father was a clarifier for Cancer. So if you have Cancer in your chart, dealing with the Cancer, I suggest checking out the Cancer reading to see if there's messages for you there. But very different message than what I got for Cancer. Okay, Capricorn, I'm feeling a little bit of energy of tough love. And that doesn't mean you're mean. It doesn't mean you're cruel. But you are the type to state the facts. You are the type to say it as it is, not in a way to put someone down or in a condescending way. I'm not feeling that at all, but in a way so that someone can hear the truth. Someone can then start to figure out how to solve and get out of certain situations that have been hurting them or have been downplaying them, and use that information to get back in power with themselves and confidence within themselves to evolve. And some of you guys, if it's not so much with someone else that you're showing, this is within you. You have been healing the masculine within you. You have been, or some of you have always been very strong in your masculine energy. And the way you heal is different. It's not so much of the, you know, lovey-dovey type of energy, but it's effective. It is something that people do take note of and need from time to time. A little bit of a bump, a little bit of a push, a little bit of a certainty that you got this. You're the type that's like, okay, there's like a nest of birds, right? And it's like the baby bird that's afraid to fly, but you see their wings are grown. And instead of being afraid and never giving this chance to take that risk, to take that leap of faith, you kind of push them out of the nest, or you jump out of the nest and say, hey, look, I can do it. You've always had that drive. You've always had that trust in yourself, or that's what you are starting to grow into, starting to learn or inspire within others, that when they prove to themselves they can do it, when they prove to themselves that they had it within them all along, it does something that heals and evolves them into something greater. And that's what you do for yourself or do for others. Tell me more about the maiden here. The King of Fire with Leo energy. Oh yes, you guys are charming, seductive. You guys know how to get people's attention, whether you purposely do or not. But people want you. People have desire for you, whether that is on a sexual, romantic nature or just even wanting you around. Being around you does something to their energy. And what else about the maiden? And then choice. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Child. Okay. You know, I was kind of feeling this with the Ace of Pentacles, but didn't know if I wanted to bring it up until I had confirmation, and here it is. Some of you guys, I have to say, especially if you're single parents, you had this child for the purpose of your own growth. Some of you, it could have been, you know, something that wasn't planned. Maybe you were very young. Maybe it was someone that you don't even speak with anymore. And you're showing that child how strong you are and how strong anyone can be making through anything. Now, that's a specific message for some of you, but others of you, generally what I'm feeling here is just by being open to life, by being open to the options of life, is looking at the world in a childlike way, not saying you're immature, not saying that you're goofy or whatever, but saying that there's possibility, there's hope. And a lot of you, especially if you've had a father wound, particularly, you guys are doing a lot to heal that father wound within. And it's definitely been starting to kind of open yourself up to re-experiencing things that maybe you didn't get to experience as kids. And that's not to say, you know, things that you could have only done as a child, but to be more free, to be more open, to be more curious, to be more creative. And I gotta say, with the Maiden and the Choice and the King of Fire, you tempt a lot of people. And I think a lot, maybe through your charm, through your charisma, they may kind of think that you would be someone that can open up very easily, or that they could get in the sack with very easily, or that they can, you know, be around all the time. But you're showing them that it's not that easy. You have a differentiation between fun and reality, and you help people see that reality. And it's through your own boundaries that you place for yourself that it's not that easy to take advantage of me, to fool me. You may think I'm like that because I'm so nice, or I'm so open, or I'm so curious, or so energetic, or yeah, just a kind person with everyone I meet. But don't get it twisted. If you try to take advantage of me, if you try to dishonor me, I will cut you out. And I think there's a way that you're showing people balance within that. Balance within kind of knowing, you know, that you can have desire, you can have a good time, but there's also the other end of it where some of your choices, if you kind of only rely on the short term or the vices and the pleasure from those vices, how those can end up in the long term. You're looking for someone that can match your powerful masculine energy, that can go toe to toe with it. And I think through that discernment and through your choices, it has led you to your own confidence of where you're at now. I think you're doing very well in life right now. I think that even if there's been trials and tribulations, again, you always make it out on top and you always find a way out of it. Something with purple roses is showing up as well for a few of you. And someone could even be wearing purple right now, or purple is someone's favorite color or a color. I mentioned that in Libra's reading too. But tell me more about Capricorn's gifts. Why am I hearing No Scrubs by TLC? It's interesting. Emotional sensitivity. Okay, and it says, honor and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to us all. Wow, yeah. So Capricorn, I do feel you're a little bit more sensitive than you put out there. you don't let a lot of people see your emotional sensitivity. And maybe that's because when you were a child or the way you grew up, it wasn't really promoted. Like, no, there's no crying in this household. Like, okay, get up and get it taken care of. Like, you weren't really allowed to have that moment to process, to heal, to give yourself that space. And so I think, Capricorn, for you to be on your highest vibration, you need to give yourself that time every day, or at least once a week, to sit with yourself and your emotions, to journal your emotions, or to meditate on your emotions. And it's okay to be sensitive. And that doesn't mean you get offended by a joke. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like, picking up on the vibrations around you of when something doesn't feel right, and not just giving the person a benefit of the doubt, just really sitting with the energies that you're processing and feeling. But like, also, yeah, I don't know. I just feel some of you guys grew up with someone that just always downplayed your emotions, always, you know, made you feel like you weren't really heard, and always made you feel like your emotions were a burden. And I think Spirit wants you to kind of go within yourself to heal that, and to make peace with yourself that your emotions are something powerful and are trying to tell you something. And some of you are in the process of doing that, and it's been difficult, but it's leading you to the healing path you're meant to go on. Okay, tell me more about Capricorn's gifts. Any advice on how Capricorn can use these gifts? Wow, so then we have, oh God, I can't pronounce this, but let me know if I am pronouncing it wrong. Avalokitesvara, with see the other person's point of view. Okay, so you are someone that is conscious of different ideas, that other people go through different journeys, and other people have different experiences, and you do see those different sides. You're not only tied to your ego and to what you see and to what you believe. You are the type that holds space for everyone, and you have always been someone that has had a diverse group of friends. Even in school, like, you were friends with every clique, you know, the popular kids, the kind of, you know, theater kids, the studious kids. Like, that was always, you had friends from every circle or every walk of life. And that's part of the beauty of what you bring to this world, is by being open to everyone. And then purification, white Tara here. So yeah, maybe this is kind of tying into your emotional sensitivity, especially for those of you that are just waking up to it. You are starting to see when it is that, okay, you know what? I have brought too much energy onto myself. I've made myself very open. I've been going out a lot. I've been there for people. I need to take a day where I'm just to myself, where I give myself a bath, where I give myself my favorite food, where I just kind of purify all the negative energies that I've been holding on to, or that I held space for, but are no longer a part of me, are no longer something that I want to keep within my psyche. You guys do have the means, at least, of being aware of what no longer serves you, of what no longer you want to carry with you, and going about with how to kind of purge that, and how to kind of purify that in a way so it doesn't affect you in the long term. And it's through, you know, again, I'm looking at the maiden and the choice here. Like, you have come to understand the power of your choices. Where maybe when you were younger, you know, you were a bit more carefree, which is fine. But now you've kind of maybe have seen, like, wow, there could have been a different way I went about this. I understand that my journey has led me here, and that's fine. But from now moving forward, I am going to be kind, be open, but be very mindful. Very mindful of when, you know, the choice of holding too much for someone, or to give them the benefit of the doubt. Again, you see everyone's point of view, but to really then draw the line if that is something that you can accept, if that's something you want a part of yourself and your existence and your family or your environment, or if it's finally something that you just have to cut your losses on to purify from and to come out of it a butterfly. Like I said, right? Taking those times to kind of not let anything put you down or to keep you stuck, but to evolve. That is your gift, Capricorn. Some of you guys have had foot injuries, painful foot injuries, whether that's like a sprain or some sort of ligament torn. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but it's prominent for some of you guys. Okay, what's Capricorn's advice with the gifts they're given? Okay, number 26. Everything is as you've created. All you create offers you lessons in life. What did I say? Yeah. I mean, you guys have made choices. You guys have gone down paths. But like I said, even if you were like, yeah, you know what? Looking back, I wouldn't have made that choice, or I would have done something differently. You don't just sit there in that woe of misery of, oh, I should have, would have, could have. You take it as a lesson, you grow, you move forward. And I do feel with the healing in the Father, like that's how you kind of want your children or your friends or others that come into contact with you to kind of find that strength within themselves to kind of push forward and not to stay stuck. Because you've been through hell and back. You've been through the worst of life and the trials that life had to give, but you never let it conquer you. You never let it hold you down. You've been stronger for it. I definitely feel very strong fire energy for some of you guys. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy that you guys can use to tap into to help with the purification process that you guys are being awakened to or have always had a part in your life. I wonder if some of you can do candle magic or, you know, help using any type of fire to burn away certain things. So like, example, if I'm ready to let something go, a memory or an experience, I'll write it down and I'll find a candle and I'll make sure everything's safe and I'll repeat it and then throw it in the fire and watch it turn to ash. And I think that's something that Spirit, if you do that, it helps. And if you haven't been doing that, Spirit may suggest that as a form for your cleansing. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else I can tell Capricorn? And what is Capricorn's crystal? So with this crystal card, it could be something you already work with that you've always been drawn to as a crystal or that you will look to buy for yourself to work with. If it's expensive though, then just call its energy in and it will provide you with answers during meditation or with spiritual work that you may be going through. But what is Capricorn's crystal and what does this mean for their gifts and their divine path? Okay. Brandenburg Amethyst. Okay, so let's see what that means for you guys. Number 38. Okay. The perfect blueprint. A master healer. The Brandenburg Amethyst holds the perfect blueprint of your soul and all that is. It heals physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, planetary, and ancestral auric layers and imprints the most perfect energy pattern possible. You are a being of pure consciousness and are wonderful just the way you are. Embrace the clarity of your core being. Let go of mental constructs, karmic imprints, soul imperatives, and relationships that no longer serve. Heal the past. Reframe previous choices that you have made in your life and take a new pathway to step into your soul purpose and expand higher dimensions of your soul. Everything I've been saying. You are perfect exactly as you are in this present moment. Step onto your soul path and seed your future with potential. Self-discipline and clear focus bring your dreams to fruition. Aim for the highest. You can get to the highest dreams and goals that you've dreamt for yourself, Capricorn. Spirit says this lifetime we will give you the resources and tools to get there. You just have to meet me halfway. Healing insight. You are perfect exactly the way you are. Frequency extremely high, chakra all including the highest, timing any moment. Soul path, seeing the perfection in each moment. Wow, Capricorn. I mean, even if you are young, I feel like you've been through so much in life already. You've been through quite the journey. And even those of my older Capricorns, like maybe some of you are looking back at your life and there are times where you remember the good times, but then other times where like, wow, I wish I could have done this differently. Like your path was chosen as it was meant to for you to be that example of evolution, of transformation, of being better each and every time they try to set an intention for themselves and to move forward with it. You are the butterfly of this world, Capricorn, and you are a reminder of that through the people hearing your story, the message that you have to bring about triumph, of overcome, of success, of being okay with oneself, but also holding oneself accountable if they want to get through and over something. I mean, you have mastered so much already. And I think that this path of mastery is going to lead you to something that I don't think you're going to carry karmically along with you for the next ride, for the next lifetime. And I think your future self is going to thank you for all that you're doing now. So thank you so much, Capricorn, for joining me for this reading. I hope it gave you a ton of information about your gifts, about your path, about your destiny. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Capricorn, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Capricorn.